This video elaborates how to write a theoretical framework. Scientific research uses theoretical framework for something unproven but put forward as an hypothesis. The nature and function of theoretical framework answers the following questions. First, what is the problem or question? Second, why is your approach to solving the problem or answering the question feasible? It is presented in the early section of a scientific research, thesis, or dissertation. It provides the justification for conducting the research you'd like to investigate. Theoretical framework serves as a conceptual model that presents organized structure and guides your research. To justify the study and support the investigation, the framework provides theoretical background. It discusses the variables to be measured and relationships to be understood. This way, the explanation on how to answer the research problem is not based on suspicions alone, but based on a theory. The framework development could then reduce biases that may affect the interpretation. Consideration of alternative theories that could challenge your perspective should be part of the framework development. Other theoretical frameworks could address the limitation in your theory and the research problems be better understood. For example, integrating two theories such as optimism bias and enactive learning. How you interpret, perceive, and make sense of the data is determined through the framework. This helps the reader understand your context and perspective. So how do you develop a theoretical framework? Establishing the identity of research through literature review is where the framework is developed from and connected to. Through the literature review, you can initially formulate the research problem. Your analysis of the RevLit will lead you to finding the research gap. The framework will then help you to articulate how to address the research gap. Theoretical framework becomes an extension of the RevLit. Highlighting the research gap is RevLit's purpose amongst other things. While presenting your perspective on how to address the research gap is the aim of theoretical framework. Make sure not to repeat the literature review. The framework should focus on the theory to be employed. Explanation of the variables of interest and context of the literature review allows the reader to understand the theorized relationships. Your examiners are likely to already be familiar with the theory, so you need to discuss how and why the theory has been adapted. For example, social incentives, immediate rewards, progress monitoring for the theory of optimism bias. Then describe what is known about the variables and how their relationship interplay. Determine other researchers' theories behind these relationships, and identify possible integration of theories that explains your major research problem. For example, integration of optimism bias and enactive learning theories. The goal is to intertextualize the RevLit and theories to answer why are the variables related, and state your hypothesis or predictions as you apply the theory to the research problem. This will articulate what you expect to find in your research. What research methods to utilize will be guided by the theoretical framework. The methodology to be employed should be compatible with the theoretical framework. Here are the references used in this video. To support this channel, hit like, share, and subscribe. Check the other videos on how to write a scientific research.